Hey guys, I'm super intrigued recently by these micro mini palettes that Huda Beauty sent me right now. Today I'm going to be trying out the Clay shade. It's a quad, they're beautiful, they come with 3 mattes and a shimmer. I think I'm going to gift this really pretty amethyst one to my sister, and then I have a giveaway coming up soon on TikTok that includes the green one, and I forget what the name of that is called. I think it's called Emerald. So this is a very wearable, very cute palette and create a beautiful wearable look transitioning from summer to fall, might I add. I did my makeup a little bit differently today than normal and I'm kind of enjoying it. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'm gonna go in with this brush that I got off of Amazon in a set of like 16 brushes for $10. It's such a steal and this is such a good little shader brush. And we're going to go right into this little taupe shade. And then I'm just going to gently start buffing this into the crease. Right now I have a little mixture of the Urban Decay Stay Naked Concealer on my eye with the Lancome Tint Idole Reformulated Concealer. And I just set it with the Huda Beauty Banana Bread setting powder, the loose one. That way you know what I prep my eyes with. Typically it's whatever concealer I'm using on my face that day. I'm building this up in the crease and now I'm going to slightly feather this on the outer corners of my eye, still kind of in the crease area, because I want it to be like sort of winged out and elongate the eye and just be very flattering and feminine today. Now I'm going to go into this more orangey terracotta shade. It's very bright in person, and I'm gonna go right below that transitional shade that we created and blend this like directly just into the crease of my eye. And I'm doing this by using a teensy bit more pressure than I did for the first transition shade and kind of really blew that out all over the crease. And this one I'm keeping a little bit more concentrated just to the crease and a teensy bit on the outer corner because we want it to match the shape that we created. Now going with a different brush completely. This is like a flat top shader brush, again in that little brush set that I got off Amazon. It's quite amazing. And I'm going to go into this lightest shade right here, and you can see that there's a little bit of fallout on the pan. I just buff that away it doesn't mix in with the other colors. And this is just like a really pretty like creamsicle shade. And I'm just packing this on my brush so I can pack this on my eye, the inner corner, using pressing motions. That's going to give you the most color payoff. There's so many looks you can do with this, but I wanted to do something that's probably not going to be done often with this look because I feel like people see the shimmer and they just go straight to that, and it would be beautiful layered on top with any of these shades in the crease. However, I'm just feeling like I want a matte look today. And then I'm going to go back in with that same brush we've been using in the crease and that darkest orangey terracotta shade. There aren't shade names on here. And I'm just going to kind of reinforce that color in the crease that we did. Then I'm going to take a blank blending brush. This is the Morphe M433. And I'm going to use a little bit of that taupe shade that we used originally to blend and buff, and just really lightly wash the outer corners of this. Like I want just like the teensiest bit of a wash of color. I don't really want a lot of color payoff. I just want it to be able to point us in the direction that we are trying to shape the shadow into. And it's very soft, it's very subtle, it's very blown out, feminine, and very wearable. I feel like when you're doing colors like this, you can make it more wearable by keeping it all matte. Once you add a lot of shimmer, that's when it can kind of start to look a bit more bold, which is totally fine, just not what I'm going for today. So yeah, I do wish there was a slightly lighter, I will say I wish there was a slightly lighter shade in here than either of these two because of my skin tone. They're not very brightening, and I do prefer like a brighter inner corner. So though I do agree that they have everything you need in here for a look and more, like you could create multiple looks with this palette, I find myself wanting to go into another palette to brighten up my inner corner, and so I think I'm going to. Even though I like this palette and I like this look and it would be beautiful just as is. I have this Morphe 9M Midnight Dune palette, and there is a very light shade right here that is matte, and it's a taupe. It's like just the lightest wash of a brown gray, like it's not white, and I'm using that same brush that we built up the lid color with, just to kind of keep the same monotone color kind of vibe going on. And I mean, I'm just very gently brightening up this inner corner. And if you are struggling with making your eyeshadow looks complete, do not skip the highlighting of the brow bone. I know that it seems unnecessary and that it seems just like, why, like it's already blank up there, it's already brighter than the shadow that I have on my eye, why would I put it on there? I'm telling you, just try it and it will really truly transform that whole vibe of the look. And then I'm just light pressure making sure that that highlight is blended in. So just remember that when doing your makeup, that all those small little things that people tell you to do online really do make a big difference overall. Just try it once and I promise you'll be converted. I zoomed you out. We're gonna do the under eye. I'm gonna use this little e.l.f. brush. It's just a flat top rounded shader brush. And I'm gonna go into that darkest color in the palette, which is that orange terracotta shade. And I'm gonna put this right against the lash line. And then I'm gonna go into that orange creamsicle-y shade that we have all over the lid. Now that creamsicle shade, I'm going to drag all the way into the inner corner and kind of come down underneath that orangey shade. And then I'm going to use that taupe shade that we used originally in the beginning in the crease and just buff all of those shades together and buff them out. Okay, so before I even add lashes, I just really wanted to give you guys a very close-up. These shadows look so smooth and buttery on my eye. Huda Beauty does shadows so well. I have their Rose Quartz palette and their shimmers are so unique, and I really enjoy this little micro mini, and I feel like it's such an easier way to obtain a higher priced product if that's something you're interested in or you want to dabble into their shadow. But I'm really excited to get into the lips, so let's do that. But I really want to use this Sayate London Define Liner. It's a gel eyeliner with a sharpener. What shade is this in? It doesn't say. That's upsetting, but this is what it looks like. So we're gonna put this into the waterline. A little tip and trick is to pull my waterline down, I will use a sponge or a powder puff so that I'm not fingerprinting my makeup. So I went in and added a half lash. I just cut up some lashes I already had, and I think it really adds to the very wearable, feminine vibe that we are going for. If you need a long-lasting lip liner, you guys, I've never looked for a long-lasting lip liner because I just didn't think it was attainable. And they sent these to me. They're their new Lip Contour 2.0s. I have warm brown and pink brown. Warm brown's more my vibe, but I do like pink brown as well. That's what we're going to use today. I have worn this through 12-hour shifts and still had the lip liner on my lips. It doesn't claim necessarily to be long-lasting. It's not in the name or anything. It's just an automatic lip pencil that's like a cream, but it dries down in a way that isn't matte or flaky or anything like that. It just has this stay power, like this staying power on the lips that I'm so obsessed with. You need the lightest pressure. The color payoff is immediate. It's super smooth, but not too slippery. Now, I don't do anything fancy with my lip liner like some other people do. I genuinely just line my lips. And then I'm gonna tell you another little secret. So if you've watched the video thus far, congratulations. 2 years ago, I was trying to find the best gift for my significant other's mother. She's someone who has everything, and if she needs something, she buys it, and if she wants it, she's able to get it. She's also a very simplistic person. So when I seen that YSL was doing 2 for $20 lipsticks that were embossed, I was like, are you kidding? So that's what I did. I ordered me and her one. I ordered her a little bit more of a neutral. Mine is like a peachy pink, I would call it. I have looked absolutely, first of all, this is gorgeous. Let me just show you. This is so gorgeous. All my little fingerprints. Let me clean off my little fingerprints. It's just so beautiful and so luxe, and my name is embossed on it, and it makes me feel so fancy and just so special to have a lipstick with my name on it, and it's YSL, and it's just beautiful, especially if you have a very, there's fuzz in the air. Especially if you have a very simplistic vanity and just like a very small amount of products in your collection, I feel like this is just such a cool item to have. Now, when it comes to the shade that I have, I've looked everywhere. I signed into YSL, I looked at past orders, like I cannot find a shade name on this anywhere, even on the back box packaging when I had it. But I do remember it was like 612 or 602 or something like that. It has this beautiful, beautiful light smell that is just almost like berries or something like that, but it just has this high shine payoff. It's just the most beautiful colored lipstick. And I mean, it's YSL, it should be, and I know that that seems unattainable because trust me, it seems unattainable for me. However, this is a great gift option. The fact that you can get 2 for $20, you can get 1 for yourself, and yes, $20 for a lipstick seems ridiculous, but it's special, and sometimes you have to treat yourself in those areas, and I am such a gift giver. My love language is so totally gift giving, so honestly love the whole vibe of this look. It feels so feminine. I really like the colors, especially for blue eyes. Like I feel like they just pop right out at you. So if you guys enjoyed this video, you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, letting me know what you want to see, because I'm really just at a loss for content besides my podcast that I've been filming. If you haven't checked it out, Sounds Like a You Problem is now streaming everywhere and also posted on this channel. It is a self-help podcast that goes very in-depth. It's very vulnerable, very honest. If that is your thing, please give it some attention if that's something you enjoy, because it helps other people see my message. Ring the bell so you don't miss those videos, because I put a lot of work into them and I really think you're going to enjoy them and get some good information from them. And I love you guys all so much. Thank you for being here and supporting my daydream and watching me and just believing in me and thinking that I'm entertaining, and consuming any of the content on any of my platforms means the world to me. I love you all for that. All my socials are linked below, girl. And most of my beauty must-haves are also linked on my Amazon storefront, which I do earn a small commission from, but it doesn't cost you any more to support me, and I'm not trying to get you to buy things, but if you are going to purchase something, it really does genuinely help me out and feel supported and feel seen and heard. And I will see you guys all in the next video.